Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Relic 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue Soviets, we have CWedvin, who's actually chose random. Spawn on the north side as the magenta Soviets, we have RichtheWilks. Spawn on the south side as the yellow Empire, we have Yegor. Wait a second. It's all no allies. Spawn on the right side as the red Soviets, we have 12DM12. Spawning as the cyan Empire, we have H2O Relax, and spawn as the green Soviets, we have GodOfLosses. And there's no allies deployed on the field, so I have a good feeling allies are still OP. We do have some red bears being plotted out versus some yellow dojo cores. A lot of bears, 5, 6 bears. That's an unbearable amount of bears. And now we do got the bears now breaching out the land. And some bit of a weird shadow right there. This mayor may get crushed there. Nope, does hop in the sea in time. Though being underneath any sort of a hover vehicle, even out on sea, probably would not be pleasant. And probably be dead. The bears do spot the instant generator being deployed. And now we have some bears camping this point, but there may not be an angle there. Black Trooper needs to pull out his mag mines, start throwing them right there. Whoa! Why did that engineer jump that direction? That engineer took a weird path there and doesn't get the capture on that oil derrick because of that weird direction of that engineer. That was not his fault. He should have come out through the front door, not through the window. I don't even know if there's even a window on that side. Oh, we got some mag. Wait. Okay, looks like one of the Dojo Corps advanced forward. His teammate threw down some walls, and Red's going to be cleaning up some mag mines. We'll take a bit of time. Up north, we do have a sickle harassment onto the ore collector. Stingray is getting smeared by a terror drone. The other one could advance forward, but you can perhaps take some time to micro. 3 targets to them. You'll see he's starting to mainly micro it now. It does take a bit of time, but the terror drone is one of those excellent units you can micro quite a bit with. Does take out the Stingray there. Try to go for it, in fact, but now we've got 3 Stingrays breaching onto sea. Sickle jumps forward, even though there's no walls there to jump over. Down south, Cyan's advancing forward. There's some Sickles here as well. It does crush one of them. It gets on top of the engineer and takes him out. And on top of the bear as well. So he actually stops the engineer capture thanks to the sickle. It's a bit of a window here. We'll take a bit of time to steal away another ore refinery. Goes for another engineer. Going for another ore refinery. And jumps on in once again. And we do have this Dojo Core here. It has been pointed out. Going to capture that red oil derrick. Bears being gunned down by the Mecha Tengu. Over here, still got sickles hitting this ore collector. Ore collector has not been tasked back onto working, and the Stingray's on the wrong side of it. Trying to get some more wall segments there, but does lose the ore collector. More Dojo Cores advancing forward. Do got some Mecha Tengus engaging the ore collector, of course. No walls. And now we do have a sentry gun getting some good damage in. Sentry guns do decent work. They're very good for infantry, and they do moderate damage versus vehicles. Mostly versus the lighter vehicles, such as that Jet Tengu going down. Jumps on in, trying to stop the engineers. Deploys out. Needs to focus down. Does take out the engineer once again. Does get on board discharge, getting some good AoE damage there, but now there's a terror drone right there. Over here, we got. Wait, what? Another engineer goes through the side? Either way, I'm not sure what that engineer was trying to do in the first place. We got the Soviet MCV here, as well as the Soviet barracks. May want to fly off. Yeah, definitely needs a flak trooper to deal with that Mecha Tengu. Sentry gun still firing away against this hammer tank. And down here, we do have, looks like a sentry gun being pulled out by blue. Oh, and looks like good kills there for team left side on those Jet Tengus. That was a bad time to transform. He should just run away on the ground. Does get shot down there and flies out of control there. We got some Molotovs being thrown in, and the sickle will provide any sort of anti-infantry support he needs. Up north, we got the Stingrays now advancing from the sea. Lots of wall segments there, so the Stingrays are making some good dents in. And looks like they do decently well versus wall segments. And these Stingrays are being focused down. We've got Twin Blade now to ready to engage from the air. Over here, got a big swell of Jet Tengus. It does find one of Science refining cores, but gets saved by his teammates MCV. Why is that Soviet MCV right there? Oh, out of the way. Stingray's never seen a bit of fire from these Twin Blades. Let's get taken out. Warcook was a bit wounded, but alive. And these walls are going to be slowly cleaned on up. On the right side, we do have a ore refinery going on down. There's a single defensive Sting... No, that's not a defensive Stingray. That is same team as Yellow, so an offensive Stingray. No, and it gets kills off before even the ore clicker comes on in. Now Deflectors does avoid the Stingray burst. Got multiple sickles engaging the sickles. And now we've got a flak tower and Citric Gun being deployed out by Blue. Making his way, just makes some presence in the center of the map. Sickles are supporting his teammates' base. Up here, we've got now the Twin Blades getting some good harassment on the Magenta. GodOfLosses Stingrays, but needs more Bullfrogs. Bear is getting hit by the Chopper VXs. Chopper VXs make an advance. Does take out the Oil Derrick as well. Down south, Red is humidifying. The MCV is still back over his teammate's base. And Green is advancing his MCV near Cyan's base as well. Cyan's trying to gun down that sentry gun or siphon it down. Siphon, of course, outranges the sentry guns. And got a nice little fleet jump right there to avoid the hammer tanks. Does drive into the guns of the sentry gun as well. And we got the Chopper VX and Jet Tankers flying about. Red is almost out of the game, has some conscripts here and there, has the MCV, but needs to expand out to this point in order to get any sort of income. Because of all that force there, gains some veterancy for these light vehicles. And Steamy Stingrays are ready to go. You have now satellites being called on in, trying to hit that ore refineries, also the wall segments there. Hammertanks could potentially grab themselves some Stingray guns, become a half Tesla tank. And now we do got a Tesla weapon there onto that hammer tank. Getting some great damage there. Tesla tanks cannot be built, but they do have pretty... I think it's sort of more or less the same model. I think Tesla tanks use the same hull as the hammer tank as well. Ultimately, it makes it so that the Tesla weapons on the hammer tank, they don't have a wind-up time like the other Tesla weapons. They're pretty close to instant fire. Lead jump right there. Got a good number of sentry guns there, and now a Tesla coil. Now advancing forward with a lot of Jet Tengus and a handful of Chopper VXs. Chopper VX will take out the Striker VX, and one that's fully heroic. The other Striker VX does get gunned down. Bullfrog from Korean's trying to push on forward as well. Gets gunned down as well. Snom tanks coming forward. No anti-aircraft support remaining, and Defender Corps gets quickly focused down. Does make a great advance there. However, Green has quite a MiGs, and now hammer tanks are here as well. The new bit of combined transform. Yellow needs to back off now. And now the Tesla hammer tank does get fully heroic. We've got two Tesla hammer tanks. So, discount Tesla tanks. Red has expanded out. That's Red's MCVs there as well. Red does have a handful of conscripts, not going to do all too much. And Yellow's going for more and more Mech Tengus, Jet Tengus, and Striker VXs. Red's MCV has been deployed on out, going for barracks to engage that Oil Derrick. Now here comes satellites. These structures are way too bunched up. It's almost 3 for 1. Just sells off 2 of them as well. That one does go down. He does have 2 Tesla hammer tanks. This one has a tsunami gun and does go in a bit of the orbital drop right there. Yellow has some Red has some economy, going to be expanding out to this location now. Magenta has this oil refinery down here, or ore refinery, not oil, ore refinery there. That is a very dangerous one. Magenta's pretty close to being knocked out of the game as well. Has 2 refineries. This one's not currently being rebuilt. We got some hammer tanks here. And looks like blue is deploying out inside its its wall segments there, and the conscript was not properly placed to prevent it. We do have now Tesla Core being deployed out. The Tesla Core can quickly take out that conscript, no problem. And now we do have level 2 satellites raining on in. Getting some great damage right there. And since blue hasn't really... Oh, is he going to try to siphon off that? Hammer tanks crazy forward. Does have the support of the Tesla coil as well. He does have a good number of extra guns on these hammer tanks. At least 2 of them has extra guns. 1 does get infected. Going for the bullfrog right there. He needs to switch the guns there. Pushing way forward. Got a lot of extra guns here. Gets good damage in. Needs to focus fire a little bit better. Focus firing does pan out quite a bit. Apparently the Tesla coil on the hammer tank does not match the same range as the primary gun. So that is important to note. Black Hand's advancing forward. Hammer tank getting some great crushes right there. Bear does get a roar there, getting some good stuns. More bears charging forward. Another great roar there. More bears pushing way forward. Needs to get the other force. Does get another great roar. But this roar should be wearing off relatively soon. Hammer tank goes for a massive crush there, and look at that cash bounty. That was what, nearly 2,000 credits? Bears finish off the rest of these forces as well. Does get some mag mines there as well. That hammer tank has gone down. Does get a aerodrome there. Now fully heroic bear. Now pushing forward, trying to hit Red's Crusher Crane. Red does have a MCV still out alive, so losing the Crusher Crane is not critically bad, just annoying. Down south, Magenta has a decent force, mostly Stingrays and Bullfrogs. Yellow's deployed out a Imperial Docks Yard there as well. Getting some good damage there. Cyan has cleaned up that force as well. And we do have a single jet tanker there going on down. Red has made expansion out here, claiming this expansion point there. These wall segments of a single flak trooper, very nice. And we do have an engineer there. He may snag himself a free ore refinery. And think as well, the engineer, if it does force a sell off there, can move on to another building. Other buildings will get... Oh, there's Bear. The bear does get the kill on the engineer. Guess he didn't build a crawl circle there. After all, it's a sea bear attack. Black Trooper being employed on out, trying to go for some mag mines. He will, of course, get one upon being crushed. Does get actually one throw there. Satellites do, of course, miss. That hammer tank does go down to that Black Trooper there. Got some defenses trying to be deployed now. Tesla coil and sentry gun. Blue's hammer tanks should be able to clean up the barracks, no problem, but there's a lot of infrastructure here that their opponents have built. Sentry gun has been deployed on out. Tesla coil is almost complete as well. And now the Tesla coil is complete. And we do have a good number of Tesla troopers there. Can Tesla troopers charge forward and go for the EM field? But now we've got terror drones ripping apart the Tesla troopers. I don't think I've ever seen that interaction before. Hammer tanks do find a handful of tsunami tanks as well. They do just charge forward and they do die. Yellow and blue has a good force here. What did I just hear? I just heard a weird sound effect. I'm not sure what it was. We've got some tank busters deployed on out. Maybe a tank buster ambush. Megs getting ripped apart there by the jet tangoos. Green's tanks are going ahead and trying for a mass siphon thing. Let's take out all of Green's bears there. Still has a good number of Tesla troopers out on the field. And hammer tanks and jet tanks sort of getting caught up in each other. Green has a decent force here, but against all those Tesla troopers, not so much. Signs or Blue's also advancing forward with some siphonings there. There's a lot of extra guns on these hammer tanks. In fact, there's 3 tsunami guns there. Actually, more looks like Guardian tank guns, but of course, they don't have access to Guardian tanks on this map, so likely those are just hammer guns. Over here, got a big wave. Does find the Magenta MCV. If he gets very close to it, both benefit from being deployed. And this Imperial Darks will go down. Yellow could transform down onto magenta or cyan. And here comes a massive... Didn't get it, but the Flak Troopers, Bullfrogs getting some great damage there. Yellow should be able to win out with the support of the Bullfrogs. Bullfrogs getting some good damage there. Yellow should have stood and fight. He's going to be chased down, receiving a lot of damage there. Got some Striker VX now engaging. His teammates Bullfrogs were in the region. They was going to get a lot of damage there. It would be a Pyrrhic victory, but it would have been much better what they received. C-Wing's been pulled out by Yellow over here. Got some forces. Cyan has done for a mass transform there. Does get followed with the structure. Goes for a massive ramming maneuver. Getting a good number of them. One of the tsunami tank or Shogun battleships do go down there. Yellow has transformed as well. Now it's starting to fire his guns against the structures. Both of the Shogun battleships do go down, but he's going to lose all of these Mecha Tank or Jet Tankus, Mecha Tankus. And does even finish off the one in the air with the C-Wing. Over here, Blue is advancing forward with some siphoning weapons. There's a good number, line of sentry guns. No dispenser to support them, nor engineer, or teleporters. Magenta is now beached and will be making his advance on land. The Defender VX needs to transform its gun. The Stingrays, of course, cannot use their electric discharge ability, Tesla Surge, since they're on land. Manticore does go down. Got the MCV now trying to pursue. He could just make sure he stays out at sea. Got some cool subs here. It's going for a discharge. Getting some great damage there on the cool subs. One cool sub does go down. The other one will be focused down as well. Blue's advancing forward, trying to gauge these hammer tanks. Blue's hammer tanks are a little bit wounded. Green's falling back as well. Magenta, what does Magenta even have? All that force, MCV is still alive. Red has rebuilt on this base here. Satellites were dropped on in over here. Yellow's advancing forward, hitting Green and Cyan's infrastructure. Super Reactor will likely go down. Does pull out Jet Tanker there, and now we do have another round of tank busters being deployed on out. Let's get the sleeper ambush now fully complete. Jet Tanks did a good job of body blocking. And the Tsunami Tanks will likely go down. Got a pair of heroic chopper VXs. And one of the players have backed out of the game. Not sure which one. I see Cyan and it looks like Cyan has backed out of the game. Giving all this infrastructure to Red. More Quantum now seeing Quad or Refiner getting a lot of fire there. And it looks like Team Right Side actually has surrendered. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.